Well guys, we are going to take a start with IELTS listening, and this test is unusual. Why unusual? MCQs in part 1. So why are we doing this? In actual exam, if you see multiple choice questions in part 1, don't be afraid. Excuse me, just put it down, the grill. So don't be afraid that we have multiple choice questions in part 1, it's new pattern or anything like that, right? Let's just do it. First you can see the title, Free Activities in Burnham Area. Now they have mentioned free activities, just encircle free. So whatever is free will be your answer. Wherever they charge any money, that will not be your answer. Okay, because they said free activities in Burnham area. Example is given, so they will play the audio for that, but at present they are not giving any examples. They will start the question from question number 1, so we don't need to read it. They will give you half minute to read the questions. So for this actually they will give you half minute to read questions 1 to 6. So you have to do it very quickly. And by the way, when they start the test, initially they have a little conversation going on. Cambridge IELTS by the University of Cambridge ESOL examination. You will listen to a number of different recordings and you will have time to read the question and blah 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 and all that. So use all that time to read the questions carefully. If you use that time and then half minute, you will have almost 1 minute to read the questions here. And at the end of each section, when they give you half minute to check your answers, just go on to the next section and read the questions. Yes? No, now they don't give example. In the past, they used to give examples, but now they have removed it. Like last year, they removed this. But yes, if they give you any old test, because students usually tell me, then they have examples also. Right? So if there is an example, it means this is an old test. But don't worry, some old tests are very easy as well. Okay? So we've got question number 1 over here. Family welcome event in the art gallery begins at. Very simple. Now family welcome event in the art gallery begins at means you have to see what is the time that they are going to start the event. Just focus the time when the event is going to start. They have given 3 options, 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 2 p.m. Now see that if you see multiple choice in part 1, you will have very short options. Okay, so they will try to confuse you, but 1 is going to be the right answer. Now I play the audio, listen and answer question number 1.
You will hear a woman telephoning a tourist office to ask about free activities.
Good morning, this is Burnham Tourist Office, Martin speaking.
Oh, hello. I saw a poster about free things to do in the area, and it said people should phone you for information. I'm coming to Burnham with my husband and 2 children for a few days on June the 27th, or possibly the 28th, and I'd like some ideas for things to do on the 29th.
Yes, of course. Okay. Then let's start with a couple of events especially for children. The art gallery is holding an event called Family Welcome that day, when there are activities and trails to use throughout the gallery.
That sounds interesting. What time does it start?
The gallery opens at 10 and the Family Welcome event runs from 10:30 until 2 o'clock. The gallery stays open until 5.
B, 10:30 until 2 o'clock. So 2 o'clock means until that time it will continue. The right answer is B, 10:30. Clear to everyone? There also? Alright, keep an eye on your neighbor. Okay, let's go on. Question number 2. The film that is now shown in the family welcome event is about. Very simple. The film that is now shown. So the film that they showed in the past, that is a trap. The film that they will show in the future, that is a trap. The film that they wanted to show, but due to some reasons they could not show, even that is a trap. So you should identify the trap because other 2 options are trap. Now I play the audio. Question number 2.
And several times during the day they're going to show a short film that the gallery has produced. It demonstrates how ceramics are made, and there'll be equipment and materials for children to have a go themselves. Last time they ran the event there was a film about painting, which went down very well with the children, and they're now working on one about sculpture.
I like the sound of that.
A. Now listen, A is sculpture, right? That's not the right answer. I'll play this audio again. B is painting. They are working on that. They will show it later. One they said last year they showed. Okay, so the right answer is ceramics. C. I'm going to play, don't worry. So C is the right answer. Anyways.
And several times during the day, they're going to show a short film that the gallery has produced. It demonstrates how ceramics are made, and
It demonstrates how ceramics are made. So film that is now shown is the family welcome event is about ceramics. Now let's listen.
Be equipment and materials for children to have a go themselves. Last time they ran the event, there was a film about painting.
There was a film about painting. So painting is actually a trap, right? Now listen.
Which went down very well with the children. And they're now working on one about sculpture.
And they're now working on one on sculpture. They're now working on. It's not the movie they are showing. Okay, they're working on. So sculpture is also a trap. So the right answer is C will be the right answer. And you will not write any word. You will just write C on your answer sheet. Question number 3. When do most of the free concerts take place? Most of. Now for most of, they might use majority of. Now you're just going to see when do most of the free concerts take place. Morning, lunchtime, evening. Now when you read these short options, don't read it like A in the morning, B at lunchtime, C in the evening. Don't read it like this. Just read it like morning, lunchtime, evening. And even you can select it from there and then decide whether it is A, B or C. Now for example, if your pencil is going through morning, lunchtime, evening and you realize right answer is morning, tick morning over there. And then you can see it's option A. Instead of looking at option A, look at the words actually. So let's go on.
And what other events happen in Burnham?
Well, do you all enjoy listening to music?
Oh, yes.
Well, there are several free concerts taking place at different times, 1 or 2 in the morning, the majority at lunchtime, and a couple in the evening.
1 or 2 in the morning, majority at lunchtime, and couple in the evening. So the right answer is B. And see that morning and evening, they are the wrong answers because 1 or 2 and couple. So yeah, exactly. Let's go on. Question number 4. Where will the 4 p.m. concert of Latin American music take place? Take place means location. 4 p.m. Latin American concert. They might tell us about other concerts taking place at other locations. But our interest is in 4 p.m. Latin American music concert. So location for that. Let's see.
And they range from pop music to Latin American.
The Latin American could be fun. What time is that?
It's been repeated several times in different places. They're performing in the Central Library at 1 o'clock. Then at 4 it's in the City Museum. And in the evening at 7:30 there's a longer concert in the theatre.
Right. I'll suggest that to the rest of the family.
Okay, so 4 p.m. one is in a museum. And then they change the time. Longer one, 7 o'clock is in the theater, this and that. So 4 p.m. one is in a museum. Okay, question number 5. Boat race begins at. Now after that they have given us 3 locations. So whenever they give anything like that, boat race begins at. They might tell you in the middle it will reach here and it will end at that place. So they have given us 3 places: Summer Pool, Charles Worth Bridge, and a Ford Marina. So begins at will be your answer. Where it finishes, that is actually going to be the trap. So let's go on.
Something else you might be interested in is the boat race along the river.
Oh, yes. Do tell me about that.
The race starts at Offord Marina to the north of Burnham and goes as far as Summer Pool. The best place to watch it from is Charlesworth Bridge, though that does get rather crowded.
Very good. See that starts at Offord Marina, ends at Summer Pool, and in the middle that is Charlesworth Bridge, which often gets crowded. Do you understand? Now they are talking about all 3 things, and the question is boat race begins at, the beginning point is our answer. Let's go on. Question number 6. One of the boat race teams Now they are going to tell us about one of the boat race team. Won a regional competition, has represented the region in a national competition and won several regional competitions. So just underline few words here. A is won regional competition, B is represented in regional competition, and C is won several regional competitions, right? So one of the boat race teams. Let's see.
And who's taking part?
Well, local boat clubs, but the standard is very high. One of them came first in the West of England Regional Championship in May this year. It was the first time a team from Burnham has won. It means that next year they'll be representing the region in the National Championship.
Next year is a trap. A, won a regional competition earlier this year. For earlier they use the word may, right? I play this again. And next year they are planning, so that is future.
And who's taking part?
Well, local boat clubs, but the standard is very high. One of them came first in the West of England Regional Championship in May this year.
One of them came first May this year, so won a regional competition. One means came first. And earlier this year, May this year. A will be the right answer. Okay, let's go on.